Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Quick announcements before we dive into the action here. First of all, hopefully you can... I said dive. Dive into the action. Not dying. Please, we have a few more episodes before that happens. I mean,
help,
what?
Chat, help.
So just a quick announcement before we get into it. From this episode moving forward for the rest of Dragon Age Masquerade, we have some incentives for tips and donations, some of which are limited. Most of them help the party, and others don't. So you can make things absolutely chaotic. If you type in DAM Dono, that's damn Dono, in chat, you can see all of the different incentive options. I guess Nightbot is angry at me now, so that's fun. I guess that's not gonna work. We'll have to figure that out. But there are some incentives here. So it's $10 for a reroll, and those do stack very much like the gambits that you get in Ignite Recall or any of our Blades, Forged in the Dark games. $15 for a stunt point for a player of your choice. $30 for a healing potion, which they may desperately need. $40 for random enemy spawns. $60 to add a spell to one of the mage's spell lists. And the big one, which you can only get once, $100 to initiate the Pride Demon mini-boss event. This will not happen in this game unless you donate to get that Pride Demon battle. So if you want a super cool multi-stage battle with a Pride Demon, you know, those big spiky guys with the lightning whips, trust and believe I will make it good. If you decide you're of a mind, all of the money that you donate to this channel will go towards art and assets. So the beautiful art that you see on the screen here, all of the character art that we get done, subscriptions to music services, or even commissioning musicians and things like that, we do in most all of our games. And every little penny counts towards helping and supporting artists just like us who create art and wonderful things for this channel. So if you love the visuals and you love the things and the stuff, please donate today. Exclamation point tip in chat if you have a mind. And I will be fixing the issues with the chatbot because it hates me, but that is quite all right. I will be looking into that here, and then we will be good to go. If there are any mods in chat who have access to Nightbot, please help me. Yeah. Oh, they changed it. We changed it to damn tips. It is damn tips, not damn dono. I changed it and it didn't save, so we're just gonna stick with damn tips. So, those are your tip incentives there, and we are going to dive right in from here. Dive.
Oh. Right.
Anyway, we're gonna just get right into the action here, aren't we?
Gulp.
Now, when last our adventurers met, you attended a ball in Valroyo at the University of Orlais in the museum building, one of the history buildings of the campus. During this party, the two young mages, apostates, that you are traveling with, Amihan's younger sister Hanami and Cascata's younger sister Quimet, happen to, wander off on their own, cast a little magic, steal an artifact, the artifact breaks, and a scary glowing green spirit comes out and turns everything upside down. You're pretty sure The entire building that you are in is now in the Fade. Except you don't really know for sure because you all blacked out at the end of episode 1. So,
Ugh.
we're gonna jump into some action here. So, oh yeah, this is happening. This is happening, my dears. But it's not quite happening in the way you might expect. Now, Kata.
Yes.
You, for the first time in your life, are dreaming. And you are on a beach after a long boat trip. You have finally reached the mainland where humans and elves and dwarves and all the strange other peoples of Thedas dwell, to get away from the Qun. To get Quimet away from becoming a weapon. She is standing beside you on the beach. Her black curls stand starkly against the white strands on the side of her head where she hit it once from a fall. And she turns to look at you. And as she does, the waves crashing on the stones, crashing on the beach, lapping against the side of the small rowboat that you have pulled ashore. You see that the sky is beginning to turn dark. A storm is beginning to brew on the horizon. And it gets so dark that you think it might almost be sunrise. But it was just the middle of the day a moment ago. And then you see the light. Greenish on the horizon as rain begins to fall. An unnatural hue. A hue you feel like you've just seen recently, but you can't quite recall. In the distance, you hear the roar of a dragon. And Quimet begins to walk towards the sound. You reach out, you try to grab her, to stop her from going in the direction of danger. But she seems bound to a siren song that you cannot hear. You see it on the horizon, many horns, large wings, seemingly enveloping the sky. And she just walks headlong towards it. Before your dream fades to black. Telahn. Your dream comes in flashes. You see the chantry of Kirkwall exploding in an array of red light, towering beams of laser light straight into the sky, causing the heavens to churn with red and fire. As the shockwave echoes out, as the chantry itself is obliterated, the city of Kirkwall is on fire. People dying in the streets. the champion of Kirkwall, fighting against Templars in the street, arguing with a man in mage robes, long blondish hair. A holy warrior on his knees, crying for the death of someone he cared about most dearly, condemning the mage. The Knight Commander calling upon the right of annulment to take over the city of Kirkwall. This very large spark set the blaze of rebellion, uprising. But that's not your story. Your story lies in the darkened, dank halls of the Circle of Hazmal. The Templars are in chaos, trying to quell escape attempts every day. The mages have been whispering the rumors that they've somehow managed to send to one another from circle to circle. But you know how to wait for your time. Telahn, you are in the library, staring at the tomes on the shelves as you walk ever so slowly. The door to the basement has been left open. What do you do?
It's normally closed, right?
Normally it is locked and guarded.
And I will look around, and making sure no one is noticing, I will step down into the basement.
Oh.
You know what is down there.
Mm-hmm.
The call of the blood of your phylactery sings to you from the basement. The closer you get, this almost tinnitus ring in your ear, grasping at the back of your neck, ever present in the back of your mind. The leash that the Templars use to keep you from freedom is so close. As you slip down into the basement, I would love for you to please roll for the first time this session. I would love
First roll.
Dexterity roll from you, please.
Thank you.
You got this.
As you stealth along.
Oh God. Not my worst, but it's not my best. Oh, here.
Dragon die.
Yes, don't forget your dragon die.
Well, this time I've done the opposite of last time, which is I rolled a 2 on the dragon dice. In total, that is a 9, 10, 11, 12.
Excellent. As you creep down the stairs, you manage to stop yourself before you step into the hallway. You almost get too excited and continue forward quickly so as not to be seen, but you pause on that last step, just in time to hear the shuffling of feet in the hallway below. And you hear, "Did you kill him?" "Well, yeah, but I panicked. I didn't know what I was doing. Listen, we should be able to get to the phylacteries and maybe all of us can escape now." And during what you hear, these whispered, hushed argument back and forth, you begin to see blood pooling across the floor. Listen, I thought I would scare him, but I slipped and... Oh, gods. He's dead. He was one of the nice ones, too. Ugh. What are we gonna do? He might have helped us if we asked. Shut up. We don't have time for this. We have to get to the phylacteries before they seal everything up. What do?
I will put my hands up and step around the corner to make myself known. I don't know if I recognize these voices of people I know, but either way I have deduced that it's other mages. So I want to step around the corner and say that there's nothing else you can do. You did what you had to. Nothing can change it now.
You see
The only
Theo and Holland. You see a human named Theo, a mask individual, and Holland, who is a non-binary individual. Holland is the one who's holding the knife, covered in blood. There's a Templar on the floor, one you recognize. His name was... His name was Hubert.
Dead.
Sir Hubert.
Oh god, of course it was.
He was one of the few Templars in Hasnal Circle who was actually pretty nice to the mages. Hallen is shaking. He's got blood on the front of his robe and on his sleeve, and Theo also has a sword that he seems to have pilfered off of the Templar. And they are standing near the body, and they both freeze when they see you, but they see it's you. Oh, Telahn, I'm so glad it's you. Can you help us? We just want to get our phylacteries and go. I can't be here anymore. They're gonna start killing us in droves. I overheard the Lord Commander talking about it.
You should leave now. I'll go take care of it.
You're gonna get the phylacteries?
I'll destroy everyone that I can.
They look at each other and think for a second.
I don't know if there's another way out of here.
They think for a second. And they nod. And they say, all right, can you at least destroy ours? Because we're getting the fuck out of here. Come on, Holland. Theo's like tugging Holland, who's like speechless at this point, freaking out because they just killed somebody, probably for the first time in their life.
Take care of them, please.
Will do. And they, come on, Holland, come on. Basically knocks the knife out of his hand. You don't need that. Stop. Let's go. And they run away up the stairs.
And I pick up the knife that they dropped.
Yep, you have a knife now.
Cool. I'll look down at Hubert. I've been on like... Oh, he's dead, yeah.
Oh, he's super dead.
I mean, by the past tense, okay. Telahn has seen dead Templars before. He's been on missions where not everyone has made it out, but it's a weird feeling to see one that he kind of liked.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't happened before, but he doesn't really have any prayers or anything. He doesn't really do that. Hasn't figured out what he's following, so he'll just continue on down towards whatever he can feel the pull of the phylacteries or wherever he thinks it might be.
Mm-hmm. You hear that siren song, and it's not just coming from the phylacteries. It's coming from the blood on the floor.
Oh, that's the song I'm hearing.
No.
Oh.
Sign out. Sign off. Log
no,
off.
Telahn, no, baby, no.
Come on,
Oh my,
Telahn.
you don't have the muscle mass for this, no.
Please.
No, I'll shake my head. I don't know if I recognize it for what it is since I have been put up against blood mages previously, but I'm fine. I'm just going to destroy the phylacteries. It's
You've heard rumors, but
just fine.
you shake it
Okay.
off and continue on down your way. You move down the twisted hallways. You know where this room is because they've put you on cleaning duty down here before. Supervised, but you know. Because careless Templars, just like poor Hubert, sometimes like to talk too much when they play cards. You move down to the room, and you see that the door is closed. Your compatriots didn't quite get that far before they were discovered by you. And as you walk up to the door to check to see if there are any enchantments or seals or Templar-powered holy magic keeping the door shut, just when you reach out to pluck at the strings of magic in the air to try and get it to sing a different tune, the door simply opens.
Does this, like, I don't know, like, strike any sort of, like, deja vu? Like, I mean, unless this is how it really happened, maybe it is, and maybe it doesn't, but, like, I'd be aware of that being weird? Or would it just be kind of like, I just accept that? It seems normal, if that makes sense.
It feels normal to you in this moment.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, that's where I'm headed.
You see it, you spare it a thought, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you're like, is this how it happened? I don't quite remember. But you step into the room anyway. Beyond is a strange room full of all matter of artifacts and tools, Templar and Mage alike. And on the far side of the room in a chest, you hear that song singing to you louder and louder. It sounds almost like a harp. Strings ring out into eternity. You sidestep where you magically seem to know where the traps are in this room. Over the pressure plates.
Okay.
Past the statue that might activate and defend the room should you step in the wrong spot. Deftly making it, unnaturally so, for yourself. To the chest. In the back of your mind, you can't help but think, this isn't how it happened. There was a lot more bloodshed than this. But somehow your mind quiets the doubt. No, this is it. This is the way that you did it. Everything just opened the way for you, and you managed to slip out with no issue. You open the chest, it's somehow not locked, and inside are countless phylacteries, little vials of mage blood, enchanted and used to hunt any escapees down, any apostates down. What do you do?
If I remember correctly, they can just be shattered by hand? Or even if they can't, maybe they can in this scenario, since
Yep, they can be
whatever I
smashed.
want to happen seems to happen.
Despite the
I
power
would
that
just-
they hold over mages, they are easily destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's great for me. I don't know how they discern the difference, like if they're labeled or anything, but I'm not even gonna like bother looking for mine. I'm just gonna start taking them out and just shattering them on the ground.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You begin smashing tray after tray of phylacteries, as many as you can, before you hear a shout, a cry out in the hallway. And that is where your dream fades to black. Amihan. Your dream is a fair bit brighter. You are in the woods, in your element. The trees are covered in snow, and so is the ground. And you blend right in, oh so easily. Hunting for dinner, you expect? As you crest over a hill, escaping the forest for just a moment into a little clearing. Standing in the middle of this clearing is a strange sight, one you have never seen before. A Hala, but not just any Hala. She's unusual, shale gray, not like the typical white Hala. And bright, oceanic blue eyes. There are flowers twisting over her horns, almost like somebody put little flowers all throughout the horns. You pause at the breathtaking sight. And you realize behind this Hala appears a Dalish woman, deep black hair. And as she spots you, she turns and runs through the trees. And the Hala gives chase. You feel the urge to run after them. What do you do?
I mean, I guess I'm running.
You run.
If I feel the urge, yeah.
You run and you run, forgetting all about your previous hunt, starting one new. Your boots crunching in the snow. Dust of little snowflakes falling off of the trees as you push different branches and brush out of the way as you try to give chase and catch up to this strange woman and this even stranger Hala. You run and you run, and you're not quite sure how long you run through these woods. They get darker, they get brighter. You go over hills, you go down a ravine. You are trying to find this new quarry. You run and you run straight over a cliff. And as you fall down to the sea, seemingly suspended in the air, trying to catch this woman, the Hala nowhere to be seen, she turns into a black bird, a rook, and flies out over the sea. And there is where your dream fades to black.
All you guys got
Wow.
weird fucking dreams.
As you hit the
Yeah.
as you hit
Now
the
you know
water-
why Amihan looks like that, and I look like black. under my eyes.
as you hit the water, that is when your dream fades to black. You falling into the sea.
Whoa. I want one of those. Can I have one of those?
Can you have one of those? We'll see. Hopefully this is the right song. I don't remember how I labeled this one. Good enough. Ghilane.
Oh, I like the song. Yes, this works. This works for me.
I think this is too happy, actually.
Oh my god. Great.
Let's see.
Great.
We'll do this one.
Sick.
Oh, no, here we go. This one's
Sick.
better.
It's too happy.
It's too happy. Ghilane,
Great.
you are in your forge. And all you can think about is the fact that he's gone. Working and toiling day and night endlessly. Trying to make sense of this senseless event. Sometimes when someone disappears from our lives, we have a difficult time making sense of everything after that. And for you, it is no different. You remember visiting other forges, speaking to the dwarves. You even go so far as to go to Orzammar, trying to find answers, to see what you can do to learn to be good enough to do what you need to do. To find him again. You remember looking down into the trough in your shop of refined lyrium, glowing blue. An item that a human blacksmith probably should never have, for you are not resistant to the magic of lyrium, nor are you resistant to magic at all. But it doesn't stop you. Nothing does. You're standing over your anvil, hammer in hand. And the iron sings to you. You remember having dreams, messages, of something called the Ashen Hand. And you remember how the pain has left your hands, leaving them blackened. The only pain you hold now sits deep in the pit of your chest, stabbing like a blade in the back. All you know these days is bitterness and the striving for perfection that you can never attain. Or can you? You are working on a blade right now, hammering away at the blade. Roll me be great if I could look at words. Roll me. I'll take a strength. Actually, I'll take a willpower roll, please. I take it back. I want willpower.
Oh, this is great. This is great, except not great, but great enough. Dragon dice is a 6.
Okay, excellent.
12, 13.
Okay, good enough.
So I got 13, dragon dice 6.
Fabulous.
Oh, plus willpower, sorry. I got a 16.
Okay, heard. So you are good to go there. I'm just gonna open your character sheet. 16 total.
Yes, plus 3 for the willpower, so 16 in total, yes.
You are working tirelessly on this newest blade, thinking that this is going to be the one, perhaps.
It is.
And you hit the forge a little too hard. Hit the anvil, I should say, a little too hard. And a chip of iron flies up. And you block it with your hand, and it cuts your palm deeply. The black of the ash in your hands mixing with the blood in your palm. You close your fist around the wound, frustrated. And you get a thought in your head. what if? You look over to the trough of lyrium on the side of the room. What do you do?
I'll take delirium. Put it on the anvil.
So you scoop
And,
out some lyrium.
Yeah.
You put it on the anvil. Onto the blade.
No, where the blade was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the anvil. Put delirium on it. And it's a bigger, I'd say that it's a bigger chunk.
Mm-hmm.
But where my hand was cut, I place my palm on it. On delirium. As I start to use my hammer and try and weld a piece to form to the blade that chipped. So break off a piece, and I'd like to, you see Ghilane take the sword that just broke and take the piece of lyrium and throw both of those things into the fire to melt together.
You watch when you put your palm down onto the near liquid state of the refined lyrium over the blade, your hand over the lyrium. It burns.
There's not a
Burns the
single
wound.
facial change.
You haven't felt pain
The
like
pain
this in a
inside
long
of
time. It's
pain
different.
inside of him is much heavier.
Nothing compares. And when you pull your hand away, you watch as the blood mixes into the glowing blue lyrium. And you fire the blade. You think maybe if you can fix it, this is the one. You fail, of course. And at the end of the day,
If I may, GM,
yeah, please.
can I describe how I fail?
Of course.
Thank you. Ghilane hits the sword one last time. You can hear the vibration. This concoction of lyrium and steel mixed together. It shines with a gleam that you have never seen, that Ghilane has never seen before. You notice something different about it as he takes the sword and he puts it above him, and he uses all his strength, every muscle in his body, as he tries to cut forward, landing on the anvil. As he looks up, he takes a moment to look up. And as he looks up, nothing. He's failed once again. And you see him toss the sword that radiated like never before right back in the fire to melt. Thank you.
You melt it down, frustrated. But you know you can't quit. But you've done enough work for one day. That hollow pit in your stomach reminds you that you should probably take care of yourself today a little bit. You eat a simple meal. You find your bed at the end of the day. Tomorrow will be the day. As you lay your head down on the pillow and drift away to sleep. You see visions of a place you have never dreamt of before, that you've never been. A world where things don't make sense. The world that you imagine is awfully a lot like the Fade. You dream of endless roadways, ancient elven statues, and mirrors. You don't know what those mirrors mean, but there's thousands of them. And as your dream fades again into the Fade, your dream fades to black. And that is where all of you wake up.
What happened here? Where are we? Ghilane is rubbing his eyes, looking around. Does he see any of his companions?
You look around and you see an awful lot of people all over the place. Some
Okay.
alive, some dead,
Oh.
some seemingly knocked
It's
out.
everyone?
Fuck.
You see quite a lot. You hear somebody crying in the distance.
Children.
Shouts
Oh
of
my.
horror. You hear. Give me a perception roll, Ghilane.
Perception.
Oh my
Okay.
god,
Yes.
it's not just us.
No, it's not.
Please be good, please be good,
This
please
is
be good.
real bad.
This is so
This is
messed
so
up.
bad. This is so bad. This is so messed up. Okay,
It's not Dragon
6,
Age if
12,
it's not
13,
messed
14,
up, you
15,
guys.
16, 17.
No,
Seven-
I'm not saying I
17.
don't like it. I'm just saying it's messed up.
Agreed.
Like, no,
It
this is
is.
dope,
This is
but
very-
like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Nobody
I
wants
got
to
I got
babysit
17 in
Richie.
total.
Okay, you
I
got
don't
a
wanna
17
babysit
in
Wish.
your
I don't.
perk check. Okay, you look around and you think you see Telahn laid up against the
Yes.
wall. Now,
Oh no.
you remember before you passed out that everything flipped upside down and you were falling towards the ceiling. You are now on the floor again.
I am on the floor, like
Yeah.
normal.
So as
Okay.
you look around, which that was a really great roll, by the way, you see Telahn on the far side of the room that you are in. You are still in that first room where you saw the girls open that case.
Yeah.
The glass is shattered now. There's not just a hole in it. One of the statues has fallen over on top of some unfortunate people. Who are no more. There's quite a lot of blood, kind of all over the walls, the ceiling, the floor. There's also you hear some people trying to help each other. You hear people. You hear somebody laughing maniacally. And
Okay.
you see Telahn kind of sitting up against the wall. Slowly coming to. Telahn, you slowly open your eyes right about this
I would
moment.
rush over to Telahn as well.
Yeah. You carefully, or maybe not so carefully, step around the bodies everywhere of finely dressed Masquerade attendees to
Just help
your
Telahn.
companion Telahn.
To their senses. Yeah.
Why are you here? I kind of get my bearings and realize there's a lot of people here.
Telahn, listen to me. We have been transported. We're in a different world now. And there's... Just focus on me. There's a lot of death. A lot of destruction. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Is this like notably the Fade to me? Besides seeing what happened with the girls, or
Do you
do
look
I
out a
not really
window?
know? Yeah. If it's not like by where I look, I'd like
I'll help
let
you
Ghilane
up.
like help me up. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
can, what's out there? I'm just
I'll show
trying
you.
to look.
and yeah, I'll just like help you go over to the window. And as you get closer to the window, I'm sure that you regain your bearings by that point.
As you look out of this window, you begin to get bearing on potentially where you are, question mark. You see endless blackened sky, swirling mists,
Natural.
spirits floating through the air, twisted hallways with
Oh,
no
God.
walls, floating doors, some open, some not, gnarled trees,
Yep.
statues, and art paintings hanging around just in the air.
Yep.
In the distance, you see a city.
Oh.
You know this to be the Black City, the seat of the Maker.
I could just see it from here.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is bad.
We're in a very bad place.
Wait, oh my god, this is bad. I mean, Maker, this is bad. I don't even know. I don't believe any of this now. You kind of see, you just see Telahn's, I think their jaw just kind of drops. Like, they're usually pretty, like, dry and serious, and there's, like, actual, like, shock on his face.
What is it?
We're all in the Fade? And I'll look back. I would like to. Could I specifically look for the girls? Because I saw them grab the thing that made everything go all funky crazy. And that's terrifying. Are they in this crowd anywhere?
I'm not going to make you roll for this because you look, and they are nowhere to be seen in this room.
Thoughts. This is really bad, Ghilane. We're not supposed to be here physically. It's a place for dreams, for magic users, for spirits and gods. It's not for us. Not like this.
But we're here now. We have made it to the Fate. We are. He stumbles backwards as he like grasps his head and he scratches that one area where his hair has disappeared. As he thinks and realizes, and it all clicks. Go ahead.
Let's get the others. I see Amihan right over there, and then Kata. Here, let's gather our senses. We're all able-bodied. We're all healthy. We can figure something out. Let's just over there. Come. And he'll like.
Ghilane will follow,
your arm.
but is a little bit more slow. Has that like a mindset like he's thinking of something, and this is much more grand. A little bit slower, but will follow and help. Obviously.
That's fine. I'll just walk in front, like dragging you by one hand, except not like I'm just walking, and you're just kind of doing your slow little.
I'm kind of like looking. Actually, you can see Ghilane. If you turn back, you see Ghilane is like looking at the faces of the people that are on the ground or anywhere, looking for someone, but is moving forward.
Okay. Cascata, this is
I think,
around...
yeah, just go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is around the time, Cascata, you wake up. You are up against a wall, the head of a fallen statue very narrowly having missed you. You are kind of backed into a corner as far as you can be, given your size, and you see this statue that has essentially fallen like mere inches from where you are sitting on the ground. Something that big would have hurt even you had it fallen on you.
Sort of pushes himself to a stand, trying to get his bearings of exactly where he is.
Yeah, you see all the carnage everywhere. You look around and you see bodies, some alive, some not. You see a woman in the corner who's rocking back and forth and muttering something about the Maker, and seemingly babbling, not making a whole lot of sense, maybe even speaking in tongues a little bit, as potentially madness might be overtaking her. You've seen things like this before in not the Fade, and you are thinking to yourself, somebody should probably put that woman out of her misery.
I'm going to just very calmly start to walk over to her and just to move to a crouch to look at her.
The Maker provides, the Maker is here, the Maker provides, the Maker is here. She's just mumbling over and over and over and over and over.
Look at me.
She does not look at you.
Take a breath and just kind of reach hands and just place them on both of her arms to hold her still from rocking.
Yeah.
You physically can feel me, yes.
She pauses for just a second because you move her physically, and she looks up at you, but you can see that when her head tilts up to look at you, you realize she has no eyes. I'm not gonna get graphic about that.
No. I'm going to just Alright. He is going to pull her close to him in what first appears like a hug, and is just going to squeeze until he can't hear her breathing.
Yeah. You give her a relatively quick and painless death, as she was on the precipice anyhow. You hear hysterical, maniacal laughter in another room. You hear, you realize Ghilane and Telahn. You hear people crying. You hear people in pain. You don't hear anybody else cognizant other than your allies at this very moment.
Kind of find where I'm hearing Ghilane and Telahn. It's just starting to head over. Why are we in the land of the dead?
Ghilane will help you up. We made it through to the Fade. I think the kids had something to do with it.
I think the kids had everything to do with it.
I wonder how. This is incredible.
This is dangerous.
Right. Yes, it's been very, as Ghilane turns around and looks at all the bodies, all the pain, goes quiet.
Where is Amihan?
Amihan.
There.
I'm honk shoeing. That's what I'm doing.
You're sleeping so well.
You awake in the room that you were in with Evander prior to blacking out. You similar kind of scene. I won't exhaustively describe that. There's a lot of carnage here, but you open your eyes and you are sitting amidst the shattered glass from the display case that those two nobles were arguing in front of that had the sword in the case. That is where you wake up.
I'm gonna look around, kind of hold my head a little bit, because lying down on the hard floor.
You got a little cut on your forehead from the glass.
Oh, well, that's not sanitary. Where is Evander around?
You look around. Evander is nowhere to be seen.
I blink. You look around. Venon, where? What? I look up. oh, and Amihan's very, very chill. Like, actually extremely chill for most of it. Now you're gonna see an elf having a fucking epiphany. Because, I'm not supposed to be here. I have many stories of what this place is supposed to be.
Are yours different from mine?
And, oh, we're in the Fade.
Yep, you have that
Did we
realization.
die?
You are in a separate room from the rest of the party, by the way.
I'm assuming they've coming to me now, so I'm just straight up yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight up yelling across them. Did we die?
Are we dead? Yeah.
Luckily, I think not.
No.
My body
These are
still
still-
hurts.
Right, that's a good sign, actually. I think.
It is. It means death has not claimed me yet.
Doesn't need to claim you as long as we're in this place. Do I see the window? Do I see the black
there's
city?
many windows in this building. Absolutely, you can absolutely see this.
Whoa.
You see
I
no sign of the
stand up.
girls, no sign of Evander, no sign of the dog.
There are many
Alright.
doors, head boy.
I stand
God
up.
damn it.
I stand up. My first thought, so like the first part that comes out of my sentence is the children and then I look out and I see the city and I go, oh, no, we're going to die. Okay, if we're not dead, then we will die. We will definitely die. The Dread Wolf walks in this area. Our souls are, oh my.
I'm gonna grab Amihan's shoulders.
Yo.
We are not dead yet.
Oh, but we will be.
You say that like it is an assurance. I did not know you were so weak-willed.
Not weak-willed. I just believe in elders.
And you believe that all of their stories not have some with good endings, some where people are heroes.
There are tons of stories with good endings, but there is
Good,
specifically
then
one
good,
story
then
about
let us-
the.
Then let us make a story. Yes? We need to find people.
If you're looking for a bard, there's currently a part of him is over there, and the other part of him is over there. So there's no one to retell our stories. Our children are missing. I don't know where my fucking dog is. And then if we find the wrong dog, he will eat our souls.
So what do you suggest?
Find Evander? Because I can't find him either.
Good. So that is step one.
I'm
We
gonna
will take
walk
it
in
from
a
there.
full circle.
Unless, of course, you wish to be consistently hysterical. Then I can help with that part.
I'm going to get these out
Good.
for now. We have 4 people to look for.
I need my things.
When you guys turn around, you're gonna see that like Ghilane is lifting a body that's face down, like up, to look at their faces. And you see that there is something that might worry you a little bit. Instead of like lightly dropping the person, like gently dropping the person, you see that he has a quickness to him, so he just lets them fall. He's looking and looking. You see he has a drive that kind of worries you, I would assume. That's it.
Is that your way of looking for Evander?
No, not this one. What? Right. Evander. We have to find Evander. Shall we go?
1 second. GM.
Yes.
GM, is that Is that sword that I was standing beside around?
Oh, dang.
Give me. What a great question.
Oh.
Give me a perception roll, please.
Wow. Do.
And if you roll high, which I imagine you will, because I know you, you're a lucky motherfucker.
I'm very lucky.
You are indeed.
Come on.
All right. 15, and my dragon dice is a 4.
Okay. You look around and excuse me while I look.
No, sorry, I'm so sorry. I can't do fucking math. It's 14. 14, and my dragon dice is a 4. Wait.
I'm waiting.
Wait a minute.
Waiting.
Holding.
Okay,
We will hold.
Let me hold for math. I wasn't sure I was doing this right.
Hold for math.
Hold for math, everybody.
Hold for math. Hold for
If
math.
you rolled,
math.
if you rolled at least a 14, you've already exceeded the difficulty number.
Okay. Yeah, I can't count. It was
That's okay.
15. Yeah, I was just panicking over the extra 3
It's
that
okay.
I had to add.
I know you're not a math gay. It's fine.
Nah, I'm not even.
Neither
The
am
best
I.
part is I am actually pretty good at math. I just
under
have
pressure.
no confidence. I have no confidence in doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my little math gay, my little not math gay. Yes, you do find the sword. It is stuck in the far wall, in the chest of an individual, very unfortunate individual.
Oh.
Who is
Oh,
long since
no.
dead. You're not quite sure how long y'all have been out, but it looks like it did. It certainly found its home, just maybe not in the place where it probably should be. But the blade is there.
Was it one of the nobles that I was standing beside?
Yes.
No, not the two who are fighting.
Hell yeah.
I have a
I
quick
walk
question.
over-
It was the
for-
one. It was the one who didn't want to help the refugees.
Yeah, exactly. So I walk over. I'm gonna pull the sword out. Stick my foot down, pull the sword out, look at it, and be like, "Well, that's ironic. It would appear that the sacrificial sword found an appropriate lamb. I'm gonna wipe it, and I'm gonna take it with me."
Oh, hell
Ah,
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That's better.
Are you also are you proficient with this sword or anything like that?
I'm proficient with a lot of things. I
Let's
just
go.
wanted to, I thought it was hilarious. I had a lot of things to say about this sword.
It was
and
a
people
good
talking.
choice. Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that I get to low-key
Have it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I
Yay.
will get you a stat block for that on the break here. Because I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you don't want me to spend time looking for that now.
Yeah, no, wait for
so,
break.
You have the sword. You are able to add that to your repertoire of blades, of which you do have more than one, if I'm recalling correctly. However, that roll was also good enough to hear some other things. 1. The laughter has not slowed down. It seems to be coming from one of the side rooms that none of you have been in yet. It's not getting louder. Nobody's saying anything. You just hear this bubbling, almost mad laughter. It's a little bit muted because it's in another room. And you hear barking. Coming from the
All of our
other side of
faces.
the building.
It is familiar barking, I would hope, and not like
It is
like
familiar.
demonic
it is,
wolf
Demon
bark.
barking.
it is familiar barking, yes. It is coming from you think it's coming from somewhere in the back of the building, but you're not quite sure. You almost couldn't hear it, but you just barely, because you are listening and looking for Tiger, you just managed to catch the faintest sound of it. It's very muted. It's far away. What do you do?
I'm gonna gonna point it out to the rest of the group and be like, I think Tiger's there.
Let's
And something
go.
else.
Let's make haste. We have a lot of ground to cover. We don't know how much damage could have been done here. Is everybody okay? Healthy
Enough.
Is your weapon? Are your weapons okay? Do they need any? Do you
Are
need
our
any-
weapons okay?
Do you find? Yeah, I
Got
don't
my
know.
little
Yep.
quarterstaff.
You have all of your equipment. Those of you who have like staves and things, it took a little looking around, but you were able to find all of your stuff. You didn't have it immediately
Awesome.
on you when you first woke up, but they didn't fall far from you.
I'm assuming my bow is fine, and that's only because bows are
Yep.
usually put on the back, and I'm assuming I fell on my fucking back.
Listen,
So.
this is Dragon Age. Physics don't really apply. So
This is
you
true, this is true.
and
Then,
also you're in
I'll
the
just-
Fade. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
all your equipment is undamaged. You have everything.
Awesome.
I'll
You
just
just
check
see-
my axes and then just slide them into their spots.
Hell yeah. Okay, if everybody's weapons are good, then you just see Ghilane. You kind of see this like if you could control the camera, I would assume that you could like zoom down and you see like Ghilane's little hammer is like clicked into place so that none of their weapons ever like go anywhere, just blacksmith stuff, you know, like so he just pops open his little hammer and he pulls it out of his like cloak or his garment and he's ready to go. So let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to fight like the fucking armorer from the Mandalorian, just like little fucking dogs and just beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's all I want
She's
for
my
myself.
favorite character for fighting with
Yes.
a tiny fucking hammer and tongs.
That's my
Not
dream.
the
That's my
tongs.
aspiration, dude. That's
Yep.
I'm
She, like, beat-
aspiring.
Like 20 guys.
You're about to
like-
see Ghilane about to beat 20 guys right
I'm
now.
ready. I'm ready. This
There
is
better not be
great.
20 guys.
Welding hammer.
But what if
Okay.
there were?
I'm going to very quickly.
Uh,
I'm going to head over to Telahn and just like hand on back. You are good to go, yes?
I don't know if I'd use the word good, but I can go, yes.
If it is any consolation to you,
Oh.
for my people and my kind, this place is considered the land of the dead. We are not supposed to set foot here. If it is any help, I am terrified.
You know, I actually wasn't that scared because I've been here before, but if you're scared, I'm a little bit more scared than I was before, actually, yeah.
If you have been here before, then that means that I have very little to worry about.
Yeah, let's think of it like that.
I am choosing to do so. I'm going to pull the halberd from its spot on my back and just rest it on my shoulder. Now, to your dog. Look, Amihan.
Your dog.
Okay.
And away we go.
So you move into the central chamber of the museum building. Move my dice around because having it in front of me is not helpful. You move back into the central chamber. So essentially, you were in, imagine a square. Telahn, Kata, and Ghilane started in the bottom left. Amihan started in the bottom right. You all moved to the bottom right area and reconvened there. You now move back into the central chamber, which you know leads through more of the gallery, which none of you got the chance to see, and into a back room area. That is generally the direction you heard the barking coming from, Amihan. And again, more carnage, not very many of the human, mostly human or non-mage elves did not make the jump very well.
Ugh.
So there's a lot of people missing too. There's not nearly as many people here as there were when you all passed out. Anybody who wants to make me a magic roll, or I will also take a cunning roll to see if you can suss out why that is.
Sus.
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 All right, I'm gonna do
sus.
one.
Super sus.
Super sus. I'll
Okay.
roll. Why not?
Okay, I got a 16 with a 4 on the die, the dragon
Okay.
die.
Ah, 16?
Yeah. I also have +3 to magic, so.
Yep. He do. He
I got a
15.
I got a 6 with a 3 on the dragon die.
Let's
Oh,
go, Cascada!
Cunning, by the way. I'm not.
Mhm.
Oh, I got 0 cunning.
I ain't got
Telahn,
no magic.
Talon, what was your dragon die?
4.
I got a 14, 2 on dragon die. For cunning, just cunning.
Okay. Magic. Talon. Did you say you got a 6?
6.
Oh boy. Okay. That's unfortunate. You have no fucking clue why there's less people here. In your mind, theoretically, everybody should be in this building, dead or not.
I'm not a smart lad. I just.
Let me double check the scale again. Telahn and Ghilane. You are the only two who know what could possibly cause this. Both of you understand, either through research or being taught in the circle, or through reading, or through rumor chasing while looking for a certain someone. You know that typically mortals, particularly humans, can't really be in the Fade, and theoretically, anyone who goes physically into the Fade typically would go mad. And if they don't go mad or die immediately, they might try to wander off, which, as some of us might know, is not a great idea to do in the Fade. You know, you kind of end up wandering forever. So assuming any of those people are alive still, if they haven't wandered or just magicked away somewhere or got left in the real world, quote unquote, back in Val Royeaux, there are many explanations as to why so many, probably about half of the party, completely missing. They could have turned to dust, they could have wandered off, they could have, been left behind. You're not quite sure.
Wow.
But there's many explanations as to why this could have occurred that both of you know.
Is the effect of the Fade immediate? Does anybody know? That's like
it's really not something that is widely studied.
Okay.
You imagine, so from a Dalish perspective, if you ever talked to the Dalish, or Telahn,
Yep.
if you ever learned from your time in the alienage, because some elves in the alienages tried to maintain some of their traditions, though quite watered down. Some reject it. It really depends on the culture. You remember hearing stories from some of the older elves in the alienage that, some mages would purposefully dream to spend time in the Fade. But as for physically going there, that isn't really something that is talked about that you can recall. So whether it's possible or not through, hearing the lore of the elves or through any research you might have done, Ghilane, it's impossible to tell if this is something that's ever happened before.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go check on that dog.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's be quick.
So you move through the space towards the back of the room. You still hear that laughter, but now that laughter is accompanied by the distinct sound of stabbing.
Oh, okay. Also, I forgot to ask this, but can I just also be rolling for like perception just in case I see, who at all? Like even if it's just a hair color or like a guess.
If something like
Kind
that
of like
pops
a-
up, I'll definitely let you know.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So you move back into the back of this building, trying to follow the sound of, trying to find the sound of Tiger. And you finally, after some time, come across what looks to be a closed door. And you hear scratching, growling, barking, that is distinctly Tiger behind the door. The door is rattling in the frame as you can tell she's trying to push the door.
I'm going to her.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all. Gotta go
Yeah.
open that door for my doggy.
You run over to the door and you fling it open, and flying out with teeth bared is Tiger, but when she sees you, she immediately stops and starts whining and wagging her little tail and does a little circle and basically jumps on you because she's so happy to see you.
I was getting tackled regardless. Mabari are huge.
Yep.
So I don't think I'm big and strong, but that's also a gigantic dog. So I think I'm on the floor as well. I am giving her some comfort because she looks and sounded quite distressed. When I can kind of get her face to kind of, be somewhat still in front of me, I will kind of say, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
She's too busy licking your face.
Please. Tiger, where are the girls? Tiger, where are the girls? You were with the girls. Girls, Telahn, you know?
You say girls, you say Telahn, the ears perk and then flatten and the tail stands straight up because she's mad. And she like barks and sniffs the air.
She
for
has
a moment.
stat block.
And she give me just a second. She kind of head turn one way, head turn another way, looks up at you, confused.
That's not good.
I'm gonna call Fade. Or 2 different directions.
Can we still hear the laughter?
You do.
And the stabbing.
Yep. It's like wet,
Is it in that
squelching,
room?
gross sound. It's in another room.
Oh my god.
It's in like the back right corner, so you actually have to move back towards the front, quote unquote, of the building a little bit to get to that room. It was the room that was connected to the room that Amihan and Evander were in originally that they didn't get to see.
Should we make sure that's not Evander or the girls?
I was just about to go and check.
After you.
1 down for 3 to go. Let's
Okay.
go check.
I will head over to that door.
Okay. So you head over to that doorway, which there is only side rooms seem to have doors in this area of the building. So it is an open doorway. And what you see is crouched down on the ground, clothes all tattered, is a... he actually looks like the attendant at the door who gave you a lot of shit about the dog, who is just and is stabbing a dead body over and over and over again with a blade you don't think he had before. Just maniacally mad laughing. Eyes black, like, not black like the sclera are black, but like pupils so large.
I'm going to...
Absolutely insane. Bloodshot.
Yeah, I'm just going to, like, adjust to how the halberd is held. Mm-hmm. And if I can get close enough that I'm at, like, the maximum distance of the swing, yeah. I'm just going to baseball swing the flat end of the halberd into the guy.
Hell yeah. Roll me. Let's do an attack roll. Why not?
Hell yes. Where's my weapon? You. Oh, this will be fun. All right. And the other 2d6. So that's a 17 with a 4 on the dragon die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So, where's the damage roll? Yeah,
big strong lad.
Roll me go damage.
It's no more 3d6 and a 4. Alright, let's go.
Oh yeah, you roll your weapons damage, add your ability for the damage amount. You don't have to roll high, because this was a normal person.
True, it's a 19.
Excellent. You said you used the flat end of the halberd?
Yeah, he's just baseball swinging it. I'm trying to just knock him away.
Describe how you end this man's life. Because he was beyond redemption anyhow.
Just as I just baseball swing the halberd, mm-hmm. the flat end connects to his chest, and there's just this sickening crunch sound. And as he flies back and hits the wall, the force causes him to spin and goes chest and stomach first into the wall, and then like peels off.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Totally cartoon style, like pancake on the floor.
Love that. Love that.
Rip.
You're cooked.
Super cooked.
So does this... I'm assuming this fade causes insanity for the weak-willed.
Not even the weak-willed, just for most. We're not meant to be here physically. If you are struck with an urge to wander, I would suggest you ignore it. At least while we're here.
Would there be a dangerous chance that my sister and her friend have gone to that city in the distance?
No one goes to that city.
That didn't answer the question.
No, but they may have wandered, and there are things bad enough anywhere in this realm, so we should use haste.
I don't think they have the knowledge to know what that city is.
I dreamed.
Is that
we
not
do
normal
not.
For you?
We don't dream.
Oh.
The Qun teaches us to not. Our dreams are peaceful, serene. What you all refer to as the Fade, that is that connection to the unawake world. Why we refer to this kind of place as the Land of the Dead. But I saw... I heard a dragon, and my sister was approaching it. If there is any such danger or similar in this place, like gestures with the halberd over to where I'm assuming the city is. I would assume it'd be in that direction, and they would go to wander. Or could have been taken.
Yes. Everything that exists here exists by expression of thought. So they may have seen something that looked as a friend or family to them, even could have been you, Amihan, or Evander, or yourself, Kata. They wouldn't necessarily know any better. Sorry.
Look around and see, Cascada, do you have anything that belongs to your sister?
And I'd like search my person and then pull a small. It looks like it's aged, but a little hair tie, and just hold that out.
Do you mind? And I'm gonna hold my hand out.
Place it onto your hand.
So, I'm gonna have Tiger smell it, to see if a more fresh scent that is specific can help her find at least one of the girls.
Sure.
Ideally, our girls have sticked together, but yeah, that's why I'm hoping for something that will lead us straight to them.
Okay, excellent. I'm gonna roll for Tiger. Hey, very nice. Okay, that's a 15. The dragon die is a 6. Tiger smells the little like a hair ribbon or hair tie. Smells this item of Quimet's and begins furiously like sniffing the air, sniffing the ground, trying to make it around the smell of blood and death and the fade and all these things. And her tail starts wagging and she kind of wanders in one direction, then wanders in another direction, then wanders to the door, then steps out into the hallway and sniffs around some more, and then turns around and comes back to you all. You get the sense that she recognizes the scent, but it's not nearby.
Oh, no.
They are not here.
And on that note, as you begin to continue your search through the other floors of this building, we are going to take a break.
Perfect.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So everybody get up, stretch, have a little snack, and we will see you in 10. Bye, everybody.
See y'all in 10.
We're back, everybody. I have to stop talking during the transition because you can't hear me when that's happening. So we are back in action. I hope you all had a lovely break, got a little snack, got a little hydration, and where we left off. Actually, really quick, before I get into that, quick announcements. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, on this channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is the finale of Season 1 of Ignite Recall. It is going to be probably explosive again, so you don't want to miss this. When we left off from that game, the building we were in was collapsing, and I don't think everybody made it out in time, so that's gonna be fun to figure out what happened. You know, and other things. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I'm not gonna say what they are. So if you want to catch that show, please come back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday, we don't have anything Wednesday this week, I don't think. Friday, Ancestral Blood? Question mark? No?
No, because
Not Ancestral Blood this week, sorry.
multiple. I think we don't have it for a few weeks.
Gotcha. For those of you, final finale.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And for the folks in chat who are here, Wednesday night, Miss Lost as per usual on my channel. If you are a fan of Miss Lost, we will be continuing that. And then next week, we will be back here for the next episode of Dragon Age. Also, if you want to help this game, !damn tips in chat for the redeems. You can affect the game in a positive or a negative way. And if you do those redeems before we get into combat, I will be rolling for those random monsters and or saving that Pride Demon mini-boss for a thematically appropriate time. You can only redeem that $100 redeem one time, and your name gets to go down in infamy as the one who probably killed the party. Or not, you never know.
Right.
Those are the options on the screen there. !tip in chat to get to the tip page if that is your jam. If not, that's fine. Sharing our social media posts helps us. Sharing about the streams helps us a lot. Chatting. Joining our Discord if you want to know more about what we are doing. And one final thing, you can catch up on our YouTube. And finally, content warning, because the further we get into the story, the more Dragon Age-y it's gonna get, and it's gonna be gross. This is spooky season, so we're gonna be doing spooky things in this game.
I've already killed 2 people.
Yeah, you've already killed 2 people. There's a lot of carnage everywhere. So yeah, anyway, content warning, everyone. There's a lot of violence in this game. There's a lot of horror themes. I will try to not get too graphic and depicting of those things. There will be no images on the screen of those kinds of things. If the Dragon Age level of almost comedic violence is not your jam, please take a break, take care of yourselves. Self-care is important and mental health is important always. And with that, let's get back into it. So, Tiger is confused.
That's fair.
Me too, Tiger.
Every day.
Maybe if we step outside, we can get a better look. Gather our bearings.
That sounds good. Let's head that way. So I guess we're in a different room, and we still have to go to the center room to then go to the door, right?
Sorry, repeat your question again. I had to let my dog into the room.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
He was
Like, we're
upset.
inside of a different room, so to get to the front, we need to exit, go to the center, and then go to the door, right? Well,
Yes, so essentially, here, I'll send a picture.
Thanks, Coldrake.
Oh my god!
For the
Coldrake,
donut.
thank you so much for the donut!
Cole, thank you!
Okay,
Me going to
that's
see
a-
which one that is.
That's a healing
Or a healing
potion!
Yes,
Okay,
you're a
so
good one.
we have one healing potion for the party. I'll mark that down in my notes as well. Anybody else who wants to
We
keep
can't
track, feel
die.
free. We'll
Right.
see about that.
Can't die. Can't.
Can't. Definitely can to die. Anyway, yes, let me take a quick picture of the layout of the building. It is a rough sketch. Just a second, guys.
Never met with our guy.
Hey, remember that one time when we played
Oh
TTRPG?
yeah,
had
we
a
never
job.
met with that guy.
Yeah, you never met with Lord M. Yes, that's one
trying to
healing
find
potion,
him.
not
I
a
think he's here.
6-pack.
Yeah, so we can't
What?
die.
Not a 6-pack.
Not a 6-pack.
While you were doing that, question for the party: what do you think healing potions taste like?
I like to think Baja Blast from Taco Bell. That's what I would say.
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
Can you disagree with me? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, that's
I
what
always
I
thought they tasted like Hawaiian punch.
That's good too.
Oh,
That's
damn.
actually really good.
I feel like the red one tastes like red Kool-Aid. Like if potions come in red, they have to taste like red Kool-Aid. They come in different colors, then they can be anything else. But the red ones, specifically the red flavored Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I feel like I took it too literally. I just always pictured like drinking like cherry cough syrup or something.
That would make sense too. Cough
It would.
syrup, right? But I don't know.
It's good
Actually,
for
that
you.
would
It
make a lot of
tastes
sense for
awful.
you.
That's how it always works.
Yeah, yeah. Healing potions cannot taste that good.
No,
I mean,
they
I wish
don't.
they did.
I
but-
imagine like menthol cough drops mixed with like the like you ever take an
Guys.
aspirin that's powdery and it's in your mouth a little too long
Yeah.
and like that nasty
Yeah.
taste. It's like that
Yeah.
and menthol. That's how I
All of it-
imagine healing potions taste.
Yeah, but like the I understand that it's just like the same animation, with the exact same like sound effect. But like when the Inquisitor downs a potion, they down it a little bit too excitingly. Like sure, they could be at 1 HP, but they
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like fucking they like straight up take the thing and they just like it's all over them. It never reaches their mouth. And
Hey,
like
see, here,
it's literally like like it's
here's the thing. Here's my headcanon is health potions are medicine. Mana potions could be Baja Blast, and stamina potions are like energy drink.
Yeah, that's
Flavor.
definitely your G Fuel, whatever your favorite flavor of G Fuel is.
Your stamina potion.
That's your
Sponsored
stamina
by Gamer
potion.
Subs.
Yeah,
No one's asking what the jar of bees tastes like. I see how that is.
you know what it tastes
Strayed
like.
too far from the
Bees?
maker.
jar of
We have strayed too far from the maker. Okay, reel it in, everybody. So I put the
Yeah, we're in the fade.
a very rough sketch of the
Oh.
general layout of the main floor of the museum building.
Awesome.
The arrow at the bottom is where you enter into that first archway area with the statues when you got accosted by the doorman. And then all the separating rooms otherwise are where the different gallery rooms are located. You are presently in the so there's that square at the top. If you ignore that, you're in the top right corner of the building. That's the room that you are in presently. There is also, you believe, a basement. You think you saw stairs to a basement. And there is also an upstairs area. So there's very tall ceilings in some of these rooms. And there are also stairs going up somewhere in this building. You're not sure where yet.
Okay.
All the little squares and things along the walls and stuff like that are art displays. I just put those there so that I have a visual idea of where they're roughly located. Much of that is gone or knocked over or destroyed. Not all of it, but most of it.
And we're currently headed to the front. So that's
You're
what
heading
we were
towards where
talking
you
about while
entered
you
the
were-
building originally?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where we're trying to go.
Yeah. So you can head through that side room, that bottom right-hand side. You can go back into the center, both of which
Great.
areas you've been through already, so it's familiar ground for you all.
Okay, great. I guess we'll walk through the.
Yeah, which side? Sorry.
I mean, the right side sounds good to me. It doesn't matter as long we're just gonna check the front door to see if we can get a better bearing.
Sure. Yeah, so you make your way back to the front of the building, and you're looking around the entrance area. You know, you start noticing some more weird shit, more fade stuff. You see some of these string instruments of You see some of the string instruments from the string quartet, kind of floating around. Sometimes when you walk past a window, you get distracted by the glitter of gold, and you see that there are gold coins kind of all over the place, in the air around the building, floating around.
Yeah, I'll be picking.
Catching the light. Out. I'm talking like you look out the window
Outside.
and that's where you're seeing these things.
Gotcha.
Strewn all over the place in different clouds amongst furniture, pieces of art, broken statue, a dead body, you know, the usual.
The usual.
Typical.
Dead body.
Yeah.
Right.
100%. Totally.
Dead.
Yep. Oh, that one's dead. For sure. Yeah.
Okay. I think definitely stealing myself and going forward with it.
So.
Make haste. We don't want to get caught. Worrying about the things that we can't change. Although this is quite dastardly, whoever did this. Just go forward.
I would like perception rolls from everybody.
Sorry, guys. I looked around. It's on me. It's on me, y'all. Okay.
$11 with a 2 on the dragon die.
I got a 12 with a 5 on the dragon die.
I got 16 with a 3 on the dragon dice.
14 with a 4 on the dragon die. I've just been straight rolling 14s, I feel.
Yeah, you really have been. 14, 15,
Good.
16. Telahn, you're the one who notices this. As you walk through the rooms, down a hall, towards the entrance, you realize after a couple of times of it happening that the sconces on the walls, the candelabras that haven't been destroyed, light with green flame as you walk. They're lighting behind you in a trail in the direction that you move towards the front of the building until you reach the foyer area where you originally got accosted by the doorman who you just killed. And it stops when you stop. But you spot it. Nobody else does.
And I will point it out. Are you all you all seeing this?
You all see
Turn
it.
quickly.
Just want to make sure.
You all see it.
And
What?
he'll
See
gesture
what?
towards the flames. The flames, they're appearing as we walk. I just want to make sure it's not some trick.
Walk
Look,
forward.
and then if I step forward, like up to where there's another one, can I see what happens?
It lights when you step up next to it.
Okay, that is something I'm not familiar with. Do either of you have any idea what's going on?
If I walk back the way we came, does that trigger the flames to do anything, or they just stay?
They stay lit, you mean?
As you have this conversation and kind of look at the lights and you're like, okay, what if I step back now? All of the lights go out.
Oh.
Yo, what is going on?
Except for one.
What?
On the other end of the hall, opposite of where you are.
Like the direction we were headed originally?
The direction you came
Or that we think we were headed originally? Oh, the direction
That we
we came
came
from.
from.
It blinks and then goes out.
Is this some sort of trick or game? Are we supposed to? I don't think that the Fade had games when I was researching it. Is this how you
Games
get?
would be... It'd be one way to put it. But not entirely wrong.
So, should we go back to the beginning of where we started, and move forward around and light all the lights in a certain order? Is that
When you enter the Fade, there are ways to leave. But there are certainly forces which would rather keep us here.
so? This could be our
Oh.
way out.
Or our way to be stuck here. You know, that doesn't really help much, but just be aware, keep your senses about you.
How is Tiger reacting
I'm
to...
so glad you asked.
Thank you.
As that last
Is Tiger
light,
okay?
As that last light kind of blinks and flickers out, her ears perk up like she hears something, and she starts barking and running in the direction of where the light was, back where you came from.
Oh, I follow.
Yeah, I'll follow
I-
too.
Yeah. I don't
Follow Amihan.
I
Wow,
don't
okay.
tend to doubt. I
I just
will
meant-
not doubt Tiger's instincts.
I'm joking.
We're sticking together. I'm not letting us get split up. So if
Yeah.
you go, I'd go.
Same.
I will also follow.
Yeah, you move quickly down the hallway after the charging Mabari, and you round a corner into a side hall that you hadn't noticed before, and you see a series of doors. There are 2 doors on the left and 1 door on the right. The door on the right appears to be a small, like you open the door as the dog sniffs. Or as Tiger sniffs and moves on quickly. You open the door really quick just to see what's inside. It's a broom closet. There's really nothing in here. You continue onwards, and on the last door on the left, so the second of the 2 doors on the left, you see is kind of cracked open, and of course Tiger barrels right through it, and up the stairs. You realize that this is where the stairs are that lead you up. There's also stairwell down. But
Wondrous.
Tiger goes up.
Maybe she caught a scent.
You hear large
I am at
paws
least-
slapping on the stone floor, claws
I am
clicking
at least
against a
happy
tile.
it is going up.
Well, let's follow Tiger.
I'm assuming we've been like we're low key like walking at the very least, just watching where Tiger goes, and then we run up.
Yeah.
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 Is it bad that I'm also picturing that we're like running really cartoony? Like I don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah,
Like
this is
in Dragon
Scooby-Doo.
Age
That's
way?
cute.
Oh yeah,
That's-
you're
Scooby-Doo.
You're Scooby-Doo running up the stairs after the dog.
I was thinking like The Incredibles because of how big Kata is. Have you ever seen Mr. Incredible fucking run?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Everyone's
yeah.
yeah.
If we have any animators in chat, please, I'm begging you.
Kaskata dad runs. He's like he
Okay.
does like a mild jog every 30 seconds and then has to stop just to take in some air,
He's
and
so
then
big.
dad runs again.
Oh my god, another really good one would be if you've watched The Croods, literally the first 5 minutes is the whole family running at max speed, and they're like all like real big and bulky, and Just fucking imagining you running like that. Oh my god, Casca.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I love this image in all of our heads now. This is fantastic. You Scooby-Doo run up the stairs, walk/run up the stairs to the next floor up. Now, this stairwell is a little longer than a typical single story up because there are high ceilings in many of the rooms in the museum portion of the area, but the upstairs area, which you would expect maybe has like classrooms or areas where artifacts are preserved or restored, probably other rooms as well that are similar in function to the kind of building you would expect to find on a university campus. You see many doors lining the hall. The floors are a black and white, almost Harlequin kind of pattern across the floor, and diamonds, very Orlesian in nature. The sconces here are largely intact. You see no bodies in this particular hallway, as it appears most of the individuals who were victims of this horrifying occurrence were in the main areas where the party was located. You've now exited that area. And you see where the dog runs down the hall, a light, green light, and then it fades away, following after the dog.
I'm like, I want to cast Mage Armor. I don't have Mage Armor.
No, you do not.
It just feels like something
This
bad's
is
gonna
not
happen.
here. This
No.
is not here right now.
Then that's why I'm in the back behind our strong boys, which is everyone except for me.
We gotta have our sickly boys. We gotta have our strong boys. You know?
I'm squishy.
Yeah.
We follow.
You follow?
Yeah. 100%.
You pass one door, 2 doors, 5 doors. Finally, you reach the end of the hall where the dog is standing, barking at one door on the end. Pawing at the bottom of the door and whining.
Amihan, were you leading?
Yes, I would assume so.
Okay. Do you you see Ghilane kind of like catch up with you, turn to you. Should I or should you?
I look at you, Ghilane, and then I look all the way up at Cascada. I'm like, I think we have a much better.
Well, get to it.
And he just like taps you on like the shoulder / chest, depending on how big and wide wherever you are.
Do you want it to be loud or quiet?
Mm-hmm.
I think whatever is here might already know.
Yeah.
Fair
exactly,
enough.
Amihan.
I'm going to swing the halberd at the door.
Jesus.
My favorite move? Yes, my
Baseball
favorite
bat
move.
halberd.
Opening doors.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for this because you're a fucking shit brick house. You swing the halberd like a baseball bat, of course making sure Tiger gets out of the way first, who is now sitting anxiously at Amihan's feet, waiting for you to open the door. You swing and crack into the very beautiful woodwork of this large door, even large enough for you to walk through without ducking your head, as the door flies
So thoughtful.
off its hinges and tumbles into the room in splinters of wood that maybe looked pretty expensive prior to this point, and you find yourselves, in a small library. Row after row of bookshelves filled with dusty tomes. Smells like old new books, ink, and printer's press.
I'm gonna put my hand on. I gotta put it on your chest, man. I'm like 5'8". You're like 7'8". This is where it's gotta go. And let Tiger go in first, since Tiger might be able. If someone's in there, Tiger's gonna be able to find him.
Fair enough.
Give Tiger the go ahead whistle.
Yeah. Tiger.
Do I see?
Yeah, please.
Sorry.
No, please.
Do I see any like artifacts that looked like they were in a case, broken out? Like when we walk in, like is there anything specific about this room that screams like maybe another relic, maybe something of the Fade, or if it's a library, like is a certain book floating? Like who knows, you know? Like do we see something like general in that regard when we walk through? Or is it just
Weirdly
like
enough,
like the books have not fallen even though everybody has like clearly gone to the ceiling and then back to the floor?
weirdly enough, this room looks pristine. This looks
Hate
like
that.
a normal
Cool.
room.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be wrecked like the rest of everything in this building. Sorry, my
That's
Mabari was grumbling at me.
Very,
Are you okay?
very,
You're fine. Okay.
it's very odd. Don't you all think that the books would have shifted? That this area would be in shambles?
Well, the Fade does not exactly follow normal rules of logic.
He kind of like gets you kind of like see like a smile kind of start and stop to form. He just obviously had a thought about something himself.
So, anything is possible. Good.
Do we see anything that stands out other than the books? Like, is there a person? Is there an
Nope.
entity?
Nothing in this room. You see on the far side of the wall, looks to be some kind of gaslit sconce. Begins to glow a very faint green for just a moment before it fades. Tiger moves through the stacks, through the aisles of bookshelves. It's not a huge room, so it doesn't take her long to do her rounds. But before long, you hear the footfalls stop, and she is whining and seemingly pawing at the floor in an area.
Amihan, it looks like your tiger needs you.
Indeed. I'm going over. I'm gonna have one hand kind of rested where I keep my blades at. Well, that, you know what? That's actually
Smart.
that is so redundant. I keep it everywhere. I'll keep it where
Always strapped.
oh yeah. I'll keep it where my first sword is, which is like on my hip.
Yep.
But I will go tend to Tiger, see what she's pawing at.
Yeah.
And all the while, I'll just make sure that I'm taking more of a defensive position, kind of watching Amihan's back,
Okay.
just because we don't know what to expect in that regard.
Amihan, you move into the room through the aisles of bookshelves until you find Tiger. It's pretty easy. Again, this is maybe the size of a decently large sitting room in like a palace. So imagine like a couple of larger master bedrooms kind of put together. So it's not huge in terms of a library size, but it's a pretty decent sized room. You get to this aisle in the stacks and you see that Tiger is pawing at what appears to be a scrap of material that is that seems to be rolled up. And there are books, again, books all over the shelves. You can read the titles of the books if you wish. Some of them are a variety of different subjects, history, archaeology, instructional tomes on how to restore ancient artifacts that are found from different ages, and the kinds of steps that one might take in order to take care of such finds. And the section where you see this strange rolled up piece of cloth, you see books that are... Actually, let's see if you notice this. I'm gonna ask for perception from you, Amihan. We're doing a lot of perception today, I realize, but we're doing a lot of searching today.
14. Load up the 14.
It's important. It's important. Let's go.
Yeah, you load up that 14. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Close. 13 with 4 on the dragon die.
Okay.
We're consistent. We relatively consistent.
Yeah, we
I
are.
love that about your character.
Yeah, I would
I
say
do.
that's more than enough to hit that target. I guess I should maybe call what the target is. I'm not used to doing that. Your target was 11. So you look at this bookshelf and you see a variety of tomes on the Dales, the Dalish. You see tomes about the Circle of Magi. You see tomes about studies of spirits in particular. But the main thing that you're focused on is the this weird scrap of cloth on the ground.
Yeah, if I pick up the scrap of cloth. By the way, Tiger's getting scritches just for finding something. She's been very, very helpful.
That's important.
Oh yeah,
It's
she
very
definitely
important.
nuzzles your hand when you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like she's not getting the full on, like not the full on
little.
animation. Like it's just a little. Like
Just a
you
little.
did good.
Little
Yeah.
stretchy.
Positive. What was it? Positive
Reinforcement?
reinforcement. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Because she's a working dog.
Mhm.
So yeah, little scritches. I'm looking at the scrap of material. If I like pick it up, is it like hiding something, or is it like it's got a, I don't know, some script or something like that on it? I'm dog found this. I will dig it up.
Hell
You
yeah.
see, let me see if there's a picture of this. Hold, please.
Holding. Do 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 do.
That's how you know I'm healing. I can hit my very high octaves very easily now.
Nice. Good. Good.
This-
I'm happy to hear it.
This scrap of fabric, which do you unroll it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, I am
As-
fully opening it.
As you unroll this scrap, you see the fabric is embroidered with interesting symbols that look a little familiar to you. And you're trying to think of how as you are doing so, but before you can give too much weight to that thought, you see a little metal sheet, and you realize it's a plaque. And on the plaque says, "The Sash of Forbidden Secrets." Recovered from Amgarak, and it gives a year. You realize as you read these words that the symbols embroidered and interwoven into this scrap of this sash are Tevinter symbols of the occult. They're familiar to what you would expect to see on Evander, but not
Oh.
anything like what Evander has. But the symbols are reminiscent of some of the things you've seen him read in books in the time that you have known him over these last couple of years.
Can anybody read that?
Yeah, that I'm about to call Telahn. Can you read this?
That is a great question. I
It's a
don't.
shot in the dark.
It's
I
not.
can't read.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't think I have much relation to Vinter languages, but if it's a magic
They,
shot,
they
I don't
are
know.
occult-like symbols. So yeah, I'll take a magic roll from you, please.
Yeah, I'm going also based on the fact that they are symbols and perhaps not
It
necessarily
is
like
symbols and not
written
language.
script.
So we're looking for
Okay.
the potential meanings of these symbols. You are correct in that it is not
Okay.
language.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
Tavine, Tavern.
19.
Excellent.
Three only on the dragon.
That's
dice.
all right. That's your total's more than enough to carry you through.
The other two are 6s.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's go.
So
Oh,
you
We're winning.
never punished.
you are so winning. You look at these. You look at these symbols, and they look kind of similar to something you saw in a textbook once. But they are related to the Mortalitasi, to ancient mages, to forbidden texts that you weren't supposed to be reading while you were in the circle. You also notice as you were examining these symbols that there are blood stains on this, what's left of this sash. And
Oh, sorry.
no, please ask your question.
I was just gonna ask: is this a sash? Is what the girls grabbed when everything happened, right?
That is correct.
Do I recognize?
Oh, yeah,
Does
you
it look
put-
like that sash?
Seeing the plaque and seeing this material, you definitely put two and two together that these are one and the same.
Amihan, this is what they grabbed the girls when we were brought here. It was this artifact. It has something to do with the Mortalitasi. It would be really great to have Evander here right now. I'm just not really allowed to read this sort of stuff.
I take a very deep dad breath. Put like an Asian father. Put my hands behind my back and clasp them for a bit.
Oh
and just,
no.
And
So
just
real for
stand.
that.
Thinking.
And I
He's thinking.
stand and I look to the ceiling or something like that, and I put I get out of that fucking idle animation and just look at I look at Telahn, and then I look at the blood. Does the blood look fresh, or does it look like it's an old stain?
It's old.
Okay,
Ancient,
that-
even.
Great.
That is so good. I would hate that the last thing the girl touches up some fresh fucking blood there. Oh boy. I nod and go, well, I think we should keep this with us then.
Ghilane.
Oh no. Oh god. Don't say no. This can't happen
You-
right now.
You feel a vibe. A vibe, if you
Yeah,
will.
I figured I would. I figured Ghilane would.
It's almost as though
yeah.
the realization that this sash is one and the same as the one that had drawn you in previously.
I picture it that when Ghilane walked in and checked the books, saw something was amiss, started to get on the defensive, that he had yet to look at the scroll. He's been like his back turned, so he'll turn around and see this. Thank you.
You feel a gravity to this item, to what remains of this item.
Wait. Can I see that? Quickly.
Sure. It would appear that it's the item the girls might have touched.
I sensed something when I took this. When I perceived this earlier.
Can I figure out like what I'm sensing or?
Roll me magic.
Awesome magic.
Magic.
Okay, okay. Not great, not bad. I think my magic's 3.
Yep.
Great. Awesome. So 15 with a 6 on the dragon die.
Excellent.
15.
Nice.
You hold this scrap of ancient fabric in your hands. It feels fragile, but all the same, you can't help but run your fingers over it as you hold it in your hands. And it is dark in here, so nobody else sees this, but the ashen black soot on your hands begins to rub off onto this scrap of fabric. And what you see that nobody else sees is that almost ichor-like blackness begins to sink into the fabric.
I'll gasp. Look. And then I guess it just sinks in. Do I see something appear at that point? You're gonna see Ghilane, sorry. Sorry about that, GM. I guess like rub their hand over it more to see if that does anything more.
It does not. But as you call attention to it, all of the sconces in the room light up green.
Okay.
Does that better illuminate anything in the room to the rest of us?
It does. You can see
Or
the
just
titles of the books on the shelves. If you're all crammed into this hall, this one aisle, Telahn, you see the same book titles that Amihan noticed when he walked up to Tiger earlier. So you see the book about spirits and the Fade and things like that. Many of these are forbidden texts you would have never been allowed to read in the circle.
Yeah, they're and what do I read? Can I read anything on this? Like I can't read anything.
It's not
right?
language. Mm-mm.
Not okay, not language, just symbols.
Nope.
Okay.
But you do see that sinking feeling, and this feels so significant to you. It feels familiar to you even still. And you wonder if this might be related somehow, some way, to what you encountered years ago.
Oh. There's no way that I can figure. I mean, you know what? At that point, Ghilane is certain, so he rolls the scroll back up and he will pocket it. And this, in the sash. Sorry, yes, the sash. And pocket it, or I guess. So it's wearable.
It's a
Just
scrap.
a piece of a sash.
It's a scrap of the sash, yeah.
Okay, just a scrap of it.
You also recall that flaming green figure that came out of the came out of the sash when it broke, when it ripped.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll turn to Amihan and say, do you think that Tiger could use this as a scent to find us the rest?
We could try.
I see why. I don't see why we shouldn't. Let's try this. But I will have everyone know here that this is very important to me. I've sensed this before. This exact scrap. Years ago. It's bad news. It only takes Now it's time for me to take back what it took from me.
And I guess pass this the sash to Tiger, and also I guess he would also mention that he would like to keep the sash or whatever, just for important purposes, just to hold on to after he smells it, or after Tiger smells it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Amihan's cool with you. Keeping it. He's just gonna say when we find Evander, let him take a look at it. If it's Metalatasi, that's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to get to the bottom of this. I must. It's right here in front of me. And I won't let it go. We need to find him.
Tiger will smell the scrap of fabric. And at first her ears flatten, like she really doesn't like it. But you can tell, like, she kind of, like, she looks up at you, Amihan, and you know she's got the scent.
She's got a scent.
Good. Then let's follow it. We should be quick, but prepare yourselves for if this is what I know it to be. We must
Ghilane,
be prepared. Yes,
could you perhaps be a little more vague?
sure. So, really what happened was years back. Or do you really want me to be vague? Yeah. I can tell you what happened.
No,
but-
I was being facetious.
Got it. Years back, I had an experience with the Fade. One that changed my life forever. I know of powerful creatures in the Fade, and they took someone very dear. And they took them. I'm led to believe now that they are here with us in the Fade. And I need to find them before we leave. But I know, and just listen, I know we have a job to do. I know that we need to leave as soon as possible. For who knows what this will do to us. And I don't want to see you hurt. But understand this. My life's work has been to get to this spot. And I cannot let it go now that I have it right here.
As he, like, he crumbles his hands and you see the ashes fall off. All his hard work.
Yep.
Sorry, do you need me to be more vague?
No, just the Fade will know how badly you want what you seek, and it will do everything to trick you. So something you may think is a sign, maybe you're undoing. That's all.
That is why. And thank you for that.
He'll walk over to you and he'll put his hand on your shoulder. Comfortably.
And thank you. For I couldn't be here without you. I'll listen to all of you. I won't put us in danger, but you're right. Ever since I've come to the Fade, I've started to feel different. Curious. My emotions are intensified, and I do know how close I am. But I've been working at this for years. My focus is my sharpest tool. I'll stay focused.
As you say those words, you hear a loud crash in the next room.
At that point, I will just say,
I've got your back if you've got mine. And I know that you surely have mine.
Us will slam his hand into his chest, and you see these markings start to form and appear like glowing on his face and skin as his Vitar activates.
oh, sheesh.
That's so
Dude,
fucking
yes.
Y'all
That
are
is
doing
so
this.
sick.
Y'all are doing this. Amihan's listening, but I'm totally just gonna. I'm just gonna take some of these books. By the way, some of these forbidden
sure.
magic
please.
books.
Yeah,
Dude, can
which
you take one for the fade for me?
yeah, I was gonna ask. I was going to ask Telahn if you take anything
You should.
before this conversation or during this conversation.
Well, there was that. You said there was a book about like restoring artifacts or something.
There's a book about restoring artifacts. There's a book about spirits in the Fade. There's all manner of things in here.
Yeah, I'll grab. Especially if I see Amihan. We're just checking him out from the library.
Yeah,
Yeah. Literally, there were very specific books that I know. Evander and my sister, and probably also Quillet would probably appreciate. And I don't know that they're forbidden. I'm taking them. I'm just like, yep. I know the subject.
Okay.
Yep.
Into
Hey,
my
real
backpack.
quick.
Probably all the ones Evander likes are forbidden.
True. Facts. I was just gonna ask if, if you guys happen to have heard my sob story and possibly have picked up a book on the Fade, while my character Ghilane was maybe too focused on the energies of that would be really cool too. That earns some really cool points if anybody did that. Anyways, let's go forward.
Books on the Fade, the spirits of the Fade. That's already in my pack.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're giving us your lore, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Just stacking the books into Telhahn's hands, or your Are you holding?
I got that fact. Grab that
Oh my
fat
God.
stack of books. Gone.
Wait, are you stacking books on Telahn at all?
Just into
like, take this, take
hands,
that.
Just here.
No,
here.
Perhaps Tiger can carry some.
Tiger, actually, I should say, when you hear that crash, Tiger bolts out of the room because you gave her a scent, and she's going after the scent.
Yeah.
So
no,
hear
I'm
crash,
putting it in.
The dog is running away. You're trying to get books. Gilane's trying to tell his sob story. Kata activates his Vitar. A lot of things are happening at once.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
I'm just grabbing
crazy.
I'm just grabbing some books. I'm not stacking them on the twink. I'm putting them in my bag or a bag, and then I'm taking it and then I'm going after my dog. I'm listening and I'm paying attention. I can do all of these things while picking up the books that were fucking highlighted by probably Veilfire, and just I can literally just grab them all.
The twink can
and,
pick
like,
up
put them
their
in
own
the book.
books. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. The twink can pick up their
Lore
own
drop.
I'm not stacking them on the twinks is the greatest sentence.
I also agree.
Somebody clip that.
I also so agree to that. Wow. I'm so glad I was a part of that.
Just grabbing books, putting them in the bag, listening, going, all right. My guy smacks his chest and titties glow. The dog goes oof, 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 and like goes, I'm going. Things are happening. I'm able to keep up with these things. You know?
I will.
Yeah.
You're multitasker.
I'm going to follow after Tiger, but before I do, I'm going to very quickly stop and place a hand on Gilane's shoulder and quietly, so as to not alert the others. If anything takes priority here, it is making sure that the people we care about get out. I will help you in as much as I can.
Thank you. And I will help you as much as I can.
You know you do not need to hold secrets from us.
And I won't.
Good. Stay behind me, and I will start to head after where Tiger ran.
Actually, I'm sorry to say this,
Yep.
but I'm going to say that Ghilane says,
No, we do this together.
and step side by side.
approving
both fit through the
smile.
door. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna. No,
That's what
I was gonna say
I was
that.
hoping we would
Amihan-
get there.
Yeah, no,
Too many himbos.
Amihan is out
in the doorway.
through the door, and then you two do this, and he's just like, you're not gonna.
Boop, shoulder to shoulder.
We'll
Turn to
do
my
that.
side.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we both turn to our side. We
shimmy
just walk through.
through the door.
Our like what my chest is touching like you know like a thigh. I'm sure.
It might be like Kingpin from Beyond the Spider-Verse, like size.
Yes.
I can still.
I'm in height
GM,
difference,
is
you
it-
know?
GM, is it gay if our
Yes.
Yes.
ass
I hope so.
or is it gayer if my face touches my bro's titties? Well,
Listen,
because
yes.
you gotta turn. Which way you facing? Which way are you
Both
facing?
ways
all-
are just the best
But
way.
to butt or face to face?
They're all pretty gay, I gotta say. This is the most homoerotic, second most homoerotic.
just trying to get to
These
the
doorways. Why are these doorways so sexually charged?
Oh, stop! Doorway.
Everything Ghilane's
God,
done
the doorway.
rather sexually charged since from the moment of entering the fade. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
He's
You move out into
Cooking.
the...
He's
You move
cooking.
out into the hallway.
We timestamp.
Wow, we made it pretty long without getting too squirrely. So you make it out into the hallway. Ew, hate that. You make it out into the hallway, and you are able to where you heard the crash. You see the door next door, a little further down the hall, is open. Seemingly, a statue has flown through the door, and there's splinters of woods everywhere, and just statue laying in the middle of the hallway, blocking your direction. And you are. Excuse me. You watch as Tiger leaps over the statue and is bounding back downstairs. As you look to the doorway, who's leading the pack, I should say? I believe it's Amihan.
Ami.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's me. It's my dog, so
Excellent.
I should be following.
As you look... Oop. Stop it. As you look through the doorway, you hear a sound. It's not a good sound. It is kind of unsettling, and you feel a cold settle into your bones as you see emerging from this room is a shade. It is a melting, pulsing, disgusting creature that ends in almost snake-like, vaguely humanoid on top, down into almost like a Naga-like body, covered in scraps of different materials, wrapped in different ropes, seemingly reminiscent of clothing, stringy hair coming down over the face that is enmeshed in shadow, so you can't quite see the horror of this thing, but anyone who's fought any spirits of the Fade have seen a shade before, including yourselves, because you live in Thedas, and this kind of thing happens decently often. As this thing slides its way disgustingly into the hallway as your dog runs away after the scent that you sent her after. We're going to roll initiative at the beginning of next session. I think this is a good spot to end it, right when we are about to get into some combat here. So you are going to fight a shade when we get back. Maybe
Easy peasy.
Or you could run, maybe it's just a shade. Maybe there's nothing else hiding behind door number 2.
Koskotz is breaking his knuckles right now.
Oh yeah, you're ready. You're ready to go.
He's ready to go.
So
Can I put a bet on Koskotz one-shotting the shade? Is there a place where I can put that?
Yeah, we can totally bet about that offline. Actually, join our
Okay.
Discord if you want to.
Great idea.
Take bets on what happens next week. Momobee will be back
One shot.
online with us again next week. We're very excited to have them return to us, so we can see what's
The
going
week
on
after
with Evander.
next.
week after next. Excuse me. So sorry. We
2 weeks from
are skipping. Thank you so much for the reminder. We are skipping the week of the 21st. So on the 21st, we do not have a session. If you join our Discord, you can actually follow the events that are happening, because all of the episodes of Dragon Age Masquerade aren't happening all these Mondays in a row. We will be back again on the 28th. So all of us will be back here on the 28th. That is the last Monday of this month and right before the release of Dragon Age. And I have something very special planned for you all for episode 3. You know why? Because 3 is the GM's favorite number. So we're going to get over into that. Again, tune in tomorrow for the next episode, the finale of season 1 of Ignite Recall. And then we'll be back next Tuesday with some more things that are getting announced tomorrow. So we will see you all next time. See you all tomorrow for Ignite Recall. Please don't miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's a great game. I'm a player in that game. It's very, very fun. Miri is a fantastic GM. And finally, last but certainly not least, thank you to my wonderful players for being here. You are all incredible and amazing. I'm truly privileged to be working with you all. Thank you, chat. Thank you for the donos and the follows today. Much appreciated. We will see you all next time. See you in the Fade again. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.